welcome to this week's special Halloween edition of Orangeline. I'm Kelsey Epperson.
And I'm Jessica Mulvaney.
Our staff is a little festive this week, so watch out, we might have a few surprises this show.
To start the show off, we have a piece on the election forum. KNBU reporter Zack Rockey has more.
Baker University hosted its first political forum in Memorial Hall. Many residents of Baldwin City showed up to support their local politicians. The candidates thought the forum was a huge success and believed that the turnout was very positive.
I thought it was a very interesting forum and I thought it went well. The questions were a little different than you typically get from maybe a forum like we had down in Franklin County or that we have up in Douglas County. I thought the issues were were younger questions, questions about gay marriage, questions about college financing, things that are more pertinent to younger people. And so it had some different questions. And so I thought it was a good forum and I thought it was well attended.
Okay, did the forum prove to all of the candidates how involved Baker students have been in this year's political races?
Well, you know, I think it says what I know, that Baker students are passionate, that they're interested. I mean, from the moment you guys are here, we preach the idea of being civically involved and sort of finding out about issues that are relevant to your community. And this sort of demonstrates that, in fact, you guys not only hear that, but you also act on it.
Okay, it can sometimes be hard for the everyday voter to know what his or her local candidate stands for, since they do not get to see much of them in the media.
Local races are hard to get information straight from the people because even the local papers, they don't always cover everything that goes on, and unless you get a local paper, it's usually national races that you hear about at all. So I like to be able to hear my senator and my representatives when I can.
Okay. Running for a political office is hard work and can sometimes be very strenuous. I talked to Democratic hopeful Dr. Tony Brown about his experiences so far.
This is the hardest job interview I have ever had in my life. It is incredible, the amount of work involved, but it's also very comforting, the number of people you meet and the number of people who are just genuinely pleased to meet you and thankful that you're running for office. And so I have worked harder than I thought I would, but I've also had a lot more fun than I thought I would.
Republican hopeful John Coen was very excited after attending the forum since Baker students asked very serious questions that needed to be answered.
I was grateful and impressed at the number of students that showed up here this evening. And I go back to the question of the young man said he's scared about the future, but I think our future is bright, and it shows here this evening when young people take time out of their busy schedules, come to be involved in electing government. What our forefathers gave up so that we have the right to vote is amazing, and we need to realize that and we need to participate in that.
After talking to both candidates and students, everyone felt as if the forum was a success. And with that, I want to remind everyone to get out and vote in November in this year's election. Reporting for KNBU-TV, I'm Zack Rockey.
Thanks, Zack. You sure are looking orange today, Kelsey. Well, coming up next, we have a piece on the convocation by Reina Murphy.
This year's fall convocation was held on Tuesday, October 21st in Rice Auditorium. The theme of this year's convocation was Baker's general education. Dr. Aaron Joyce spoke of updates to the General Education Committee.
General education is an important component of a student's education.
There were also performances by the university speech choir and by a music student, Allie Jones, who sang a song by Five for Fighting. Looks like general education has a promising future at Baker University. I'm Reina Murphy for KNBU-TV.
Thanks for that, Reina. Up next is our first of 2 questions of the week for the show. This question is, what is your favorite scary movie? Jessica, you look like you could be in a scary movie. Let's check it out.
Allie Jones, and my favorite scary movie is 30 Days of Night, and it's about 30 Days of Darkness in Alaska and vampires.
The scariest movie I know or have seen is The Yellow Submarine, the one with the Beatles. It's cartoony. I don't know. It just freaked the crap out of me.
My name is Wendi, and my favorite scary movie is Scary Movie 2.
Those are some great scary movies. What's your favorite?
I like the old school Scream movies. It was my first one I've ever watched.
I like the new Saw movies. I think they're pretty crazy.
Those are scary.
Stay tuned for more Orangeline.